Hello, social media. Dark Fury Patriot coming at you again here on a Sunday broadcast of December 21st, 2025. This is no Christmas special. We have someone who thinks that they are special. A Democrat known as Miss Ramirez talking to Kristi Noem. A little bit of a Hispanic overtone in her language. You know, I mean, it's infuriating that she's talking to Kristi Noem like this, nonstop, barking, and being very accusational and using the talking points from the fake news media, NBC and the like, about all these accusations and how she's going to impeach the director of Homeland Security set forth by Donald Trump, who's doing a fantastic job, by the way, as the director of Homeland Security. So let's all take a look at it, and we'll talk about it on the back end.
I now recognize the gentlelady from Illinois, Ms. Ramirez, for 5 minutes of questions.
Thank you, Chairman.
American citizens have been arrested or detained. We focus on those that are here illegally.
Secretary Noem, you lie and you lied to the American people. I will be including into the record an article by ProPublica from October 16, 2025, entitled, "We found that more than 170 U.S. citizens have been held by immigration agents. They've been kicked." There's nothing smiling about U.S. citizens. I'm sorry, that's very inappropriate. Let me continue. They've been kicked, dragged, and detained for days. The next one.
The Trump.
I mean, this woman needs a better sound engineer. I mean, we here at Dark Fury Patriot have better sound set up. And, hey, idiot over there in the corner, hit play.
Administration has specifically targeted the worst of the worst. The individuals that we are going after are those that are violent criminals, those that are breaking our laws.
Secretary Noem, again, you lied to the American people. I will be including into the record an article by the NBC News from December 7, 2025, entitled, "ICE has arrested nearly 75,000 people with no criminal records, data shows." The co-equal branch of government, and it is your obligation as a member of the executive branch to honor decisions made by the highest court of the land. Yes or no, Secretary?
We are abiding by all federal judges' orders. Absolutely.
The Justice Department said that when the administration was ordered back in March to stop sending detained migrants to a mega prison in El Salvador, you personally made the final call to continue the flights anyway. Is that correct?
And the decisions that are made on deportations, where flights go and when they go, are my decision at the Department of Homeland Security. And we'll continue to do the right thing, continue to work and protect Americans, no matter what radical judge comes out and tries to stop us. We'll do.
She's so emotional. I mean, oh, look at that! Look at that! Isn't that an obvious thing of doing the wrong thing? I mean, I can't believe myself. I mean, I'm waving my hands around like a lunatic, but I'm acting very like a clown and very dramatic. And look at this idiot in the back. Look at the guy in the green $3 suit. Look, he needs a haircut, and soon you will find out that he needs a belt as well. All right, let's continue.
You lied on the record, and you lied to members of this committee. You violated court orders by not turning around deportation flights bound for El Salvador, where we know that hundreds of people under your leadership have reported that they were raped, they were beaten, and they nearly died. And your agents used chemical weapons in Chicago despite court orders from District Court Judge Ellis forbidding their use. Secretary Noem, you, Gregory Bovino, and your ICBP and DHS deputized agents have waged an unaccountable, unlawful, unconstitutional war against communities across the nation. Our residents have been surveilled. They've been threatened. They've been tear gassed. They've been hit with pepper balls. They've been shot. They've been subjected to warrantless arrest and precision immobilization maneuvers. They've been kidnapped and disappeared under your leadership. So we have a lot to talk about, but you.
Yeah, we sure do. The people that you're talking about are not Americans. All right, that's the first thing. These people that you're talking about who've been shot with, rubber balls and incarcerated, arrested, these would be illegal immigrants who violated our sovereignty, which is a crime, by the way. All right. So, and look at the things in the back. Feds use chemical weapons on Chicagoans at least 49 times. Well, how about Chicagoans? All right. Stop violating and screwing with federal troops. How about that? Then they wouldn't be shot. If they were stayed home and ate their great Pop-Tarts and, and whatnot, then maybe, just maybe, they would not be shot at. What about that? Now, a federal judge imposes strict regulations on immigration agents' use of force against protesters, media, clergy. You know what? That's not even remotely true. Just because something's written does not mean it's the truth. All right? It's just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of accusations from the liberal media, from a Democratic media. Democrat and liberals all sleep together in the same bed. Let's continue.
You and your department continue to reject congressional oversight. And you know how I know this? I know this because I requested a meeting with ICE Field Office Director Russell Hutt. I requested a meeting with Field Office Director Samuel Olson. And when you came to Chicago on October 3rd, I publicly and formally requested a meeting with you. So I'm going to be including a letter I sent on October 3rd requesting a meeting with Secretary Noem. So, Secretary Noem, I want to ask you again, will you commit to meet with me, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. So we have a lot to talk about, and actually my scheduler has a couple dates that I'll get to you after this meeting. I appreciate that.
Your scheduler, as if you're that important. Give me a break.
So look, I want to be very clear. You have misused resources appropriated by Congress. You've engaged in unethical behavior. You have repeatedly made false and misleading statements to Congress and to the press, and you've undermined the separation of powers and disregarded the role of Congress and the courts. Bottom line, you lie with impunity, you reject checks and balances, and you ignore Congress and the courts. Your options are limited. Either you're going to resign, Trump's going to fire you, or you will be impeached. I've already called for your resignation. You may remember I hand-delivered my request to you back in May, and I urge you to reconsider resignation because I've taken the first step towards your impeachment, and I've called on the Judiciary Committee to open an investigation into your lawlessness. Mr. Chairman, I know that at the end we'll be entering a number of articles into.
First of all right, there's not going to be any impeachment because your accusations are false. They have no teeth. You're sitting there bouncing off the walls, trying to talk real eloquently, using sophisticated words, and you're acting like you're hot shit. You know what? You're a nobody, Miss Ramirez. All right. Kristi Noem, beautiful Kristi Noem, is the Homeland Security Director placed there by our president, Donald Trump. And she's doing a fabulous job. So the only one getting shot at with rubber bullets, nobody died, by the way, okay? Not one. They're being shot at with rubber bullets. And these people who are being incarcerated, being arrested, and being rounded up, all right, are illegals, all right? They're not supposed to be here in the first place, all right? So that's that. Let's watch the last few minutes of this clown, and then we'll offer a full commentary in the back end.
Consent, but since I have a few moments, I ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter calling the Judiciary Committee to investigate Secretary Noem's impeachable offenses.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you
objection.
choose, the American people will have justice, Secretary,
Mm.
and you will be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make sure of that every single day. With that, Mr.
What a
Chair, I yield
sarcastic
back.
bitch. And that's done. So let's get back to the screen. All right. And let's put on a normal face. There we go. So anyway, I just wanted to play that for you. And it's just a disgusting display of how volatile and hateful these people are. They're so sure of themselves. Don't watch liberal media and make their narrative your own. This is what happens. You become deranged and confused, and you start making accusations, and I guarantee you, once this comes to the president's attention, you, Miss Ramirez, will be dealt with. Okay? So that is all for today's broadcast on December 21st, 2025. Thank you all for watching. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.